because I understand that you have retired. You're 50-0. You walked away from the game. You made a lot of money, but you made more money than any boxer in history. But I'll be damned if you're going to be on this show and I ain't going to ask you, are you thinking about coming back, Floyd Money Mayweather, with the Terence Crawford, with a Manny Pacquiao?
Great career, a tremendous career, an unbelievable career. But, I mean, once again, we can't judge a guy. A guy is not great because he won one fight. To become a legendary great fighter, you must continue to go out there and beat good fighters.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. responded to Terence Crawford after Bud stated that he believes he is the better fighter. Floyd argued that his undefeated record is championships across multiple weight classes and his long period of dominance are clear proof that he deserves to be recognized as the true greatest of all time.
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd did.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that.
However, Terence Crawford remains fully convinced in his own abilities and believes he is the more complete fighter overall. Crawford has openly said that he would pick himself to defeat a prime Floyd Mayweather Jr., arguing that his versatility, boxing intelligence, and ability to adapt by changing styles during a fight would give him the advantage over Floyd.
You were prime Floyd.
Me?
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters.
Shane Mosley believes Terence Crawford might be able to beat the later money version of Floyd Mayweather Jr., but he does not think Crawford would defeat Floyd at his absolute peak. Mosley explained that the younger Floyd was faster, more aggressive, and much more explosive on offense, which made him a far more dangerous opponent because of his speed and attacking style.
Has the same mentality I got. Like he's hungry and he's gonna come after you. Mayweather's very tricky, but at the same time, Crawford will go right-handed and left-handed. So it would be a big problem for Mayweather. And if Mayweather gets hit with Crawford, like I hit him and rocked, it might not end well for Mayweather. They might be over it. But Mayweather could outbox Crawford, I think, because Crawford has the mindset that I'm trying to knock you out. And Mayweather knows how to play to that I'm trying to knock you out type of thing. Because he's used to people coming at him, trying to hit him hard all the time. The only person that I see that I can kind of like equate to, and this I think Crawford would have the edge, is Castillo. When Castillo fought Mayweather the first time. And fights like that, Mayweather has problems with Crawford. Because Crawford hits hard, Crawford's very strong.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has spent years reinforcing his position among boxing's greatest fighters, with an undefeated professional record of 50-0 world championships in 5 different weight classes and major victories over legendary names, such as Manny Pacquiao, Oscar de la Hoya, and Canelo Alvarez. Many analysts believe that no modern-era boxer has been able to equal the level of success and achievement Floyd produced inside the ring.
It is one of the great counterpunchers, one of the great boxers, one of the great fighters. I know he didn't get on his resume what was on the resume of some of these guys, but you can only beat the guys in your era. You can. I know he beat a couple really good guys in his era, and they were a little late. It was a little like Pacquiao was one of them. It was late in their careers. It wasn't when they were in the prime of their careers. I acknowledge that. I do. I acknowledge all of that. But he's still great. He's still great. And he's number 10. He starts this great list. And that's Floyd Money Mayweather. 49-0. Again, I don't even know what record to give you.
50-0. They count.
All right. So 50-0. I don't want to take nothing away from Floyd. You can't take nothing away from him. He's just great.
Terence Crawford has frequently spoken highly of Floyd Mayweather Jr. and has even referred to him as the best fighter of his generation. At the same time, conversations about Crawford's own accomplishments, including becoming an undisputed champion in multiple weight classes, have continued to fuel comparisons between the two among boxing fans and analysts.
With your legacy to Floyd Mayweather, how do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah. We ain't going out there.
Craig Hackett compared Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Terence Crawford and suggested that Crawford may be the more complete fighter overall because of his size, adaptability, and ability to switch styles when needed. At the same time, he acknowledged that Mayweather's exceptional speed, extensive experience, and undefeated legacy still make him one of the toughest fighters to beat in the history of boxing.
Of course, you got to give it to Floyd. Floyd at that time, Ben, what's up? Floyd at that time versus Canelo was in total confidence. His skill set, his IQ, you know what I'm saying? Everything he do, he was just a complete fighter that night. But I feel like it was up against a lot because he was fighting a guy that we knew something about, but we ain't know too much about. People don't understand how much a fighter could be thrown off by what he don't know. And the reason it throws you off is because you're actually learning about the fighter while you're in there. That's what Bud went up against that night. That's why he didn't look so great. To me, I could be wrong, but he didn't look so great to me because he was learning a lot about Madrimov while he was in there with Madrimov, opposed to Floyd Mayweather fighting Canelo, and we already know what this is. You know what I'm saying? And it's totally different styles, but I still got to give it to Mayweather. His confidence, his endurance, his speed, his ring generalship, you know what I mean?
While many analysts continue to debate who is the better fighter, Terence Crawford believes those comparisons can distract from the unique path each boxer has taken. He continues to show respect toward Floyd Mayweather Jr., but makes it clear that he does not want his legacy measured by another fighter's standard or used as someone else's benchmark. Instead, Crawford prefers to let his own achievements determine how he will be remembered in boxing history.
Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, boss, keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll beat this.
Boy, you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd. Nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hate type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has also said that what set him apart from many other fighters was his decision to take complete control of both his boxing career and his business affairs. He chose to direct his own path inside and outside the ring, rather than depending entirely on the traditional promotional system.
My own career and become my own boss. And when I was able to do that, because I talked about this on numerous different platforms, you know, how I bought myself out my contract for $750,000, and then I made $750 million in 3 fights. So I'm a little different from the rest of the fighters. You know, the less you get hit, the longer you last. So I didn't want to take too much punishment inside that square circle. If you see a lot of fighters, they can barely walk, they can barely talk. But still, you know, Floyd Mayweather has made smart moves, surrounded himself with a smart team, and I'm still making hundreds of millions.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. says he built his success both in boxing and in business by staying undefeated, creating a powerful personal brand, making wise investments, and turning himself into one of the biggest global stars the sport has ever produced.
You watch, you see certain things, you grow, and I truly... I wasn't where I wanted to be far with my career. I really wanted to be everywhere. I wanted the Mayweather brand to be all around the world, not just in the U.S. or not just in a certain city. I wanted to be worldwide. You know, a lot of athletes, their careers are short. My career is long, and my career wasn't just inside that square circle. My real estate portfolio is unreal. Even with these gyms, we're going to constantly build, put people in position to be entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And we want people to come work out. And I talked about this with Robert Smith the other day. You know, when I text Robert and we talked, I said, you know, Robert, we both getting a lot of money. I don't have the money that you have. Of course, I'd have made over $1 billion, but health,
Meanwhile, Andre Ward, a close friend of Terence Crawford and a former world champion, has strongly defended Crawford against claims that his accomplishments do not measure up to Floyd Mayweather Jr. Ward points, to Crawford's versatility, technical ability, and his talent for breaking down elite opponents, as clear proof that he deserves to be mentioned in the same all-time boxing conversations.
That's definitely one of them, for sure. Tyke Shakur, Devin, Boots, Jerron, and it's a lot of them, and they skillful in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that, like, I can bet the house on, but because me and him, we so much alike in our mentality. Like, soon as I see this dude, he come in the room, or I come in the room, we start arguing about basketball, wrestling, anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking small. You gotta really hurt that dude to turn him away and to try to stop him from doing what he want to do. So, skillful, yes. But this and this, it's different, man. There's not a lot of guys like that out there currently. There's a lot of guys that talk. But until you get in that real fire, I'm not saying a guy, you fighting a guy you should beat. I'm saying a guy that it's a 50-50 matchup. We don't really know what you have.
Andre Ward has gone as far as calling Terence Crawford the greatest fighter of this era. Ward has been one of Crawford's most vocal supporters, both because of their close personal relationship and because he believes Crawford's resume dominance and ability to adapt inside the ring set him apart in modern boxing. Following Crawford's dominant victory over Errol Spence Jr., Ward said that Crawford had done enough to earn recognition as the top fighter of this generation.
Great performance, man. He's been doing this throughout the course of his career. The stakes were a lot different in this fight, a lot more danger. He had to fight that kind of fight in order to beat Canelo Alvarez tonight, and he did that at 37, but getting ready to be 38 years old. And he proved, like Max said, that he is the GOAT of this generation. Hats off to Canelo for taking the fight. He didn't have to take it. Hats off to Turki Al-Sheikh for putting it together. Just a great, great night for boxing.
Yeah. How special a fighter is someone like Terence Crawford? There was no signs of a size disadvantage there.
How special? You can see it in spots, but it wasn't significant. And I didn't think it was going to be significant. And people called me crazy, but I've been around Terence. He's strong. He's got a wrestling background, and people don't realize that he's been boiling himself down all these.
Brian McIntyre has expressed strong belief that Terence Crawford has gone beyond Floyd Mayweather Jr. As a fighter, he pointed to Crawford's dominant run and his achievements across several weight divisions as the foundation for his opinion. Bomac praised Crawford's all-around skill set, including his defensive awareness, adaptability, fight IQ, timing, and ability to switch stances seamlessly. He also referenced similar views shared by Canelo Alvarez, suggesting that Crawford offers everything Mayweather did while adding greater offensive variety and creativity. Bomac further explained that Crawford's ability to make adjustments during a fight and control opponents, both mentally and physically, separates him from most fighters of this era. He also highlighted Crawford becoming undisputed in multiple weight classes as clear evidence of his greatness, and argued that his growing resume already places him among the all-time elite in boxing.
Hat on, this time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. GOAT. Greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches. Not just me, Saul Red, Bernie, Chet, nutritionists. Everybody played the part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terence?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Shane Mosley has described Terence Crawford as a more complete fighter overall, highlighting his physical advantages, longer reach ability to switch stances, and his all-around versatility inside the ring. He explained that Crawford's skill in fighting from both orthodox and southpaw positions would create major difficulties for Floyd Mayweather Jr., making him harder to read and adjust to. As the fight progresses, Mosley also pointed to Crawford's size and punching power as factors that could help him gain an edge in a close contest. At the same time, he showed strong respect for Mayweather, calling him one of the greatest and most skilled fighters in boxing history. He noted that Floyd's defensive mastery, elite ring IQ, and world-class counter-punching ability would keep the matchup highly competitive throughout. Even so, Mosley ultimately suggested that Crawford's adaptability and offensive variety could give him the slight advantage in a hypothetical clash between the two undefeated legends.
Canelo is saying Crawford is better than Mayweather from an outsider's perspective, having not fought Crawford. Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather is really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era.
Roy Jones Jr. has also shared his perspective on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s legacy, saying that although Floyd is unquestionably one of the greatest fighters of all time, he should not be seen as unbeatable. Jones explained that certain prime fighters, especially those with contrasting styles, elite speed, and relentless pressure, could have created much more difficulty for Mayweather than many people tend to believe. He stressed that boxing outcomes often depend on style matchups, meaning even the best. Defensive specialists can face real challenges against opponents who combine timing, aggression, and adaptability at the highest level. Jones also made it clear that Mayweather's undefeated record and defensive excellence deserve full respect, but added that greatness in boxing is always shaped by different eras and stylistic matchups, rather than the idea of absolute dominance over every possible opponent.
I respect anything a person does and stay undefeated that long. So I respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50-0 that I think, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Shabby was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80-0. You go up and top that? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got the 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano. Right. So Rocky died. If he wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So and then, at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0. For number 50, how can I respect it? You feel me? Right. So, I mean, I love Floyd, don't get it wrong, I'm not hating on Floyd, but come on, bro, you fight a guy that's 0-0, Conor McGregor was 0-0.
Amir Khan has shown strong admiration for Terence Crawford and believes there is a real argument that Crawford could potentially defeat Floyd Mayweather Jr. Khan points to Crawford's elite timing in the ring and his ability to break an opponent's rhythm, make quick adjustments, and carry out precise fight strategies under pressure based on his own experience. Sharing the ring with Crawford, he explained how Crawford regularly causes opponents to miss by very small margins before responding with accurate and sharp counter combinations. Khan also rates Crawford higher than many leading names in the welterweight division and feels that even Mayweather's famous defensive skills could be tested by Crawford's mix of offense, ring intelligence, and ability to adapt during a fight.
Towards after the 1-2 rounds, I started getting my rhythm, but I have to say, probably one of the best fighters I've ever faced, honestly. And I've faced the likes of Canelo, and I was at boxing fighters like him. Every fight I've lost previously was when I was up on points, and obviously Mav got caught with a good shot and got knocked out or whatever. But with Crawford, his timing was so on point. I mean, like, what a great fight he was, technician. And I'll always, look, I'm not a hater in any way. Look, even though the fight went the way it did, but I just think his timing was amazing, and just everything about the game planning he had for the fight. I mean, he's a brilliant fighter. You cannot take that away from him. And if he was to fight any welterweight, being Manny Pacquiao, being Errol Spence, being even Floyd Mayweather, I think